Today we're going to do a fancy 2-outfit high-fashion photo shoot in beautiful Sedona using Neewer flashes, which are half the price of Godox. Alright, here we are in beautiful Sedona, one of my favorite shooting locations. We're going to do a couple of high fashion outfits, and we're going to be using a couple of Neewer Q4 flashes. Some of you will remember me using these flashes in a shoot we did to get these beautiful shots. I love using these flashes. They're great, nice warm light, really dependable. The batteries never run out. I've had no problems with these whatsoever, and they're considerably less expensive than Godox. And they're fun to use, and you know me, I like fun stuff. Now the Neewer Q4 flashes, as you'll remember, the 400 watt second flashes are so modular and flat. I love these things. They're just this flat, kind of weird shape, but they're flat. They really stack easy inside of a suitcase, and they're just as powerful, as I showed in a previous video, as a Godox AD600 if you use the right reflector. And that's what I like about it. They're just as powerful, they're half the price, and they're modular. They fit in suitcases and stuff really nicely, really dependable, never had a misfire. The battery lasts forever. The original Godox, this has always been my favorite for serious travel and outdoor photography. I like the 600 BM, the original one, this one here, much more than the newer ones, the 2 or the Pro. I use a 7-inch reflector with a diffuser on it. That's how I always like to use it. And the Pro is like $800. This thing is only $500. 7 pounds, 3 kilograms. So if I was to take a light meter reading of this and say it was 16.5, this would be 16 with this reflector. So the first thing I would do is take this reflector off and use either a left photo reflector, which takes it up to 16.9 with the diffuser on it. So that gives you a whole nother stop of light. So if this is 16.5 with this reflector and this diffuser, now this is 16.9. So you got a 400 to be brighter than a 600 just by changing the reflector. And if you use the RFT19 reflector with the diffuser on here, now you're over 22. So if this is 16.5, this is 22, 400, 600. Pretty darn amazing. Now, of course, if you use this reflector on here, that's going to go brighter too, obviously. But what I'm saying is you can get this little guy, the 400, to be just as bright as a 600 just by changing the reflector. And I like these guys. They're so modular. They're so easy to use, really dependable. This was $500. It's only $350 now. So that's half the price of anything. That's really good. 5.5 pounds, which is 2.4 kilograms. And they just came out with a 6. This is the Q6, the 600 watt second. So if you want something a little bit brighter, this is heavy though, 8 pounds. This thing is only 5.5 pounds. And it's got a heavier, bigger battery, a bigger light bulb. Even the handle down here is a lot heavier. The handle that comes with the 400 is really lightweight. This weighs nothing. It's a nice rubberized feel. I love this. So I personally like the Q4 better than the Q6 because it's half the weight, it's smaller, lighter, everything, and it's just pretty much as powerful. So I like the Q4. So we're going to use the Q4 today, a couple of these on a really cool photo shoot, a high fashion photo shoot in Sedona, and we're going to have some really cool pictures with this. Here we go. Okay, it's like 3 in the afternoon, and you can see how harsh the lighting is on her face. So we're going to start with the red dress, and in my usual fashion, I don't like to use a lot of big modifiers. In most cases, my key light is a 7-inch reflector with either a diffuser or a honeycomb grid on it. I'm going to be using honeycomb grid today, and I use one as my main key light, and I might use a second one as a rim edge light with a diffuser over that one. So here's what it looks like without any lights. The sun is coming from camera right. It's not exactly behind her, but her face is mainly in shade. So again, this is what it looks like without any lights, and this is with. I don't want to light up her whole body. I just want to put emphasis on her face so I can get some nice contrast on the dress. The sun is doing a good enough job with the dress. And I like the shadows on the dress too. And the wind's blowing a little bit. That's really cool. We were lucky with that. And I love the white puffy clouds. I'm using a Sony a7R5 with a 24mm 1.4, and all these shots are shot between 3.2 and f4. I'm not shooting wide open because I want that sharpness, and I don't want the background all blurred out because it's a beautiful background. And they're about 1/400th of a second. And I have some kind of ND or polarizer on the lens to make the sky nice and dark, but the clouds are white. This is nice. I love hard lighting. That's just me. And I love how your eyes go right to her face because of the honeycomb grid, the spot of light. This has a nice flow to it, really, really nice. Now she's leaning in towards the sun. That's why her outfit is more lit up, which is really, really nice. We were trying different angles. Everything about this one is really nice. The way the wind caught the dress, the way the light's hitting the upper part of the dress, the twist and flow of her body and the dress. And something you should always do is walk around the model and look at all the different possibilities. I'm not using any flashes here. This is just ambient light. Not bad. I mean, I kind of like it. Even like this is pretty good. This one's really nice too. Really, really nice. I love how crisp it is and the lighting, the colors. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's change outfits. This is a really fun outfit here. This is a really cool artsy gold outfit. She kind of looks like a mermaid. So, all right, so I'm trying different directions. Here she is facing the sun. It's okay, but it's not wowing me. And the other problem is when you have a model facing directly into the sun, their eyes start burning. Models do not like looking into the sun. So I'm just trying different angles. I got a flash going here. And I took the honeycomb grid off and I'm using a diffuser now so I can light her up and the dress. It's okay, but again, there's something I think I can do better. I don't want to blur the background, but I want more separation and more drama. So let's turn into the other direction. And yes, there we go. There we go. Now notice the background is not as beautiful as this, but the overall impact of the shot is more impressive because of the separation. So I'm going to stick with this angle and play around with that. The sun is backlighting her hair. That's an instant plus. Her face is in shadow, so that way I can light her up from scratch, which I'm doing here. It just looks more impressive. Yeah, yeah. Look how much better this looks. This looks like a perfume ad or a makeup advertisement or something. I love it. Now I've got both lights going here at 45 degrees with the 7-inch reflectors with diffusers on them. It's still a little bit hard light, but I like it. It really makes her pop. Wow. By the way, this is my most favorite full frame lens ever, the little 55 1.8. This little tiny lens gives it an instant cinematic feel. It's the most versatile, smallest, lightest, sharpest, nicest, most fun lens ever to use on my full frame Sonys. I love this lens. Nice separation. This is only 2.9. This isn't even 1.8. It's not even wide open. And look how good it looks. Look how good she looks. Wow, rawr. Like, look at this one here. This one looks like it's right out of a movie, doesn't it? This looks like a scene from a movie. This is the little 55 1.8 at 2.9, 1/25th of a second, using a couple of Neewer flashes, which are half the price of Godox. And look at this. Look how great this looks. It looks 3D. It looks like it's out of a movie. I love everything about this. This has a nice power to it. This looks cinematic. It has a really nice feel to it. Some people think cinematic means the background needs to be completely blurred out or you need to be widescreen anamorphic or something. No, that's not what it means. It's a feel. There's a depth. There's a magic to it, a drama, a power, and a big epic feel to it. And this, to me, has a cinematic feel. And you're getting it from a little tiny lens that's very impressive. And of course, there's the power exuded from the person in the shot. You need a good model with personality, an actor, an actress that exudes confidence and personality. And Cara is definitely overflowing with that. All right, here's no light at all. This is just backlit from the sun. Even this is kind of cool. I mean, it's a different look. You don't have to use lights or not use lights. Just try as many different things as you can when you're in a situation like this, because you never know. Sometimes not using lights is really cool too. Doesn't mean one's better than the other. It's just a different feel, different vibe. Experiment if you have time. So I'm going to put on a softbox here and see what that's like. I don't like using softboxes a lot because they catch the wind, they catch people's attention, it draws too much distraction if there are people around, and I find you spend a lot of time worrying. Softboxes are great, but that doesn't mean you should use them all the time, because sometimes you want a certain kind of lighting that is a little stronger and more powerful. I think these are a little too soft looking. I like the harder light. Some people might like this, but I think for these shots, the softbox lighting is a little too soft. I don't know. I don't think it fits. I don't think it fits with this environment and this theme. But what I do like is the behind the scenes shots. Showing the actual softbox in the shot makes these pictures more interesting. And so I like these, purposely showing the gear. She kind of looks like a mermaid, huh? And people love seeing stuff like this. Look at the shoes she's wearing. Because I'm not showing the shoes in the shots, but it's fun to see the behind the scenes of what's really going on when you're taking pictures with a model. Because if you're only showing the upper body, why wear fancy shoes? All right, so that was our photo shoot today with some Neewer Q4 flashes. Well, I really like these things. I trust them so much. Like, Sedona is a 5-hour drive, and all I took on this trip was Neewer flashes. That's how much I trust them. And I really liked it, and look how portable these things are, how flat they are, compact, half the price of Godox, really dependable. There's nothing to not like about them. So I thought I'd share that with you. I'll put the links for everything down below. And again, they're only $350. That's a really good deal. So I hope I inspired you. I hope I gave you some things to think about. And we're just having fun with photography. That's what it's all about. So I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have a good one.